Good Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, the site of our non-district high school baseball matchup as the Gordonsville Tigers take on the Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network, joined in the press box by my friend Rusty Ellis as we are moments away from first pitch here on a beautiful afternoon for high school baseball. 70 degrees at first pitch, not a cloud in the sky. It doesn't get much better than this as we're live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel tonight. We are presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant. Let's get right to the Swallows Insurance starting lineups as Alec Wilson, the junior right-hander, gets the start on the mound for the Bees, and he will face a 9-7 Gordonsville Tigers team that will bat 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the shortstop, Jay Foster. Batting second, the left fielder, is Tucker Smith. Batting third, the third baseman, Sam Albritton. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Eddie Rivera. Batting fifth for the Tigers is the catcher, Chris Matthews. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Brody Sykes. Batting seventh, the second baseman is Tristan Wood. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Maddox Randolph. And batting ninth, the center fielder, James Peoples. Not batting is the pitcher, Colton Bennett, being hit for by Brody Sykes. As I mentioned, it is Alec Wilson, the right-handed junior, on the mound for Upperman in this game. The stats on this season: he's 0-2. This is his 7th appearance, his 3rd start, a 5.13 ERA in 15 innings pitched. He's allowed 21 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned, 11 strikeouts to 6 walks, with batters hitting .339 against him. Numbers inflated by really 2 innings this year. He's been really good outside of a couple of innings. 1 against Friendship Christian, 1 against Prattville out of Alabama. Outside of that, it's going to be a pitch-to-contact hitter in the low 80s with the fastball, mixes in the breaking ball as well. Ground balls, fly balls against him, and Gordonsville will try to put some pressure on early as the very impressive multi-sport athlete, football player, basketball player, and baseball shortstop Jay Foster stands in for the first AB of the game. First pitch is from Alec Wilson, and it misses outside with the fastball, 1-0. It is a new-look Upperman lineup in this game. That is a familiar script. If you've been watching the Upperman streams, it has changed a lot throughout this season, and they do so once again. We'll tell you about the defensive alignment as that one is fired in. Must have missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes here to Jay Foster. Catching the balls and strikes behind the dish is rookie Allison. He gives the sign, and Alec Wilson delivers the 2-0. This one is fouled back. 2-1. Over at first base with Wilson on the mound is Wyatt Curtis. He pitched well yesterday in the narrow 3-2 loss against Green Hill. Juju Llanos, the second baseman. Caden Shanks, the shortstop. Third baseman is Carson Shoup. As Wilson toes the rubber and delivers home the 2-1 pitch to Foster. There's that big blooping breaking ball in there for strike number 2. In left field is Collier Bush. In right field, Chris Worsing. And in center is Evan Huddleston for the Bees. Here comes the 2-2 to Jay Foster. That breaking ball again. This one rolled over towards Shoup. He fields it. A lot of speed for Foster, but the throw over beats him by a step. And there's the first out of the game.
And that is the game plan for the Bees today, and specifically for Wilson, is you want to be in the zone. You want to force Gordonsville to be aggressive, force them to put the ball in play, trust your defense behind you to make plays. Good job on the routine play there by Carson Shoup to start the game.
Disregard the title on the Facebook. It didn't register the change from last night's game. But you can see, obviously, who is playing. As the fastball is rolled over towards Wyatt Curtis, he fields it, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out here to the 2-hole hitter, Tucker Smith, and Gordonsville goes 2 up, 2 down to open up the ball game. Sam Albritton, very impressive athlete as well, going to stand in here, the third baseman, as he tries to get some pressure on the base paths. It's been first inning troubles this week for Upperman, as they went down yesterday against Green Hill, 2-0 in the first. They went down against DeKalb on Tuesday, 3-0 in the first. As the first pitch, that breaking ball is working early here for Wilson. Rusty's ahead 0-1.
Well, I think if you're Coach Shanks at this point, you'd love to have a game where you come out in the first inning and you take an early lead as opposed to having to work your way from behind. But one thing I think that the Bees have learned a lot of over the last couple of years is they've learned how to fight back from deficits. They've not faced a ton of them, but they've also not been overwhelmed by them over the last several years.
Pitch comes in from Wilson. This one's rolled over towards the Lipscomb signee. Shanks fields it cleanly. Throw to first is low, but dug out by Wyatt Curtis. No, he did not. Let's say his foot came off the bag. The umpire right on top of it, and he gives the sign that his foot slid off the bag, so that'll be an error in the field. And it's going to be an E6. Runner heads over to first. Sam Albritton reaches safely. Coach Shanks going to go out and ask what happened. Now, first base umpire, the field umpire, showed his hands and kind of showed that separation that his foot came off the bag as the throw drug him off a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Curtis did a good job again of just trying to keep his foot on the bag there. It looks like it might have come off at just the very, very last second there. It's one of those opportunities you don't want to give a team like Gordonsville another out to work with, so to speak, especially with a guy like Eddie Rivero at the plate that just by looking at him you can say he's got a ton of power, a ton of pop in that bag. You don't want to give this team extra outs.
Eddie Rivera is at the plate. First pitch, big cut, comes up empty-handed on that one. It's 0-1. Wilson with an 0-1 count here to Rivera after Albritton reached on the leadoff, in the first inning error. And there's another good pitch from Wilson. He's throwing well here in the first as that one's across for another strike.
Well, and the good news is the pitches that are working at the off-speed stuff, you can find your fastball command early, but there's a lot of times where if that off-speed's not working early, it's pretty difficult to find it.
A lot of power in that right-handed bat of Rivera as the pitch misses upstairs. Ricky Allison pops up. He's always looking to throw behind runners. But back in time was Albritton. He takes his lead again at first as Wilson checks back over. The right-handed junior pitcher checks down, now delivers home. Breaking ball, and this one, foul tipped, will do it again at 1-2.
And Rivera just barely staying alive there, too. A little out in front of the off-speed, ends up just nicking it off the bottom of the bat there to stay alive.
The errors have been a common thing for Upperman over the past couple of weeks as they're looking to build some momentum. Another one has hit them early. Gordonsville trying to capitalize. The 1-2 misses up, and it tips off the glove of Allison. Runner takes off. Albritton. There will be no throw. That one just went right off the glove of rookie Allison, and now runner in scoring position here for Gordonsville as they try to strike first. Check back. Wilson delivers in. This one. Thought about going, able to keep those hands back. They will appeal down. He didn't go, and now a big moment here early in this ball game. 3-2 count with 2 outs. The 16th pitch of the inning coming from Alec Wilson. He was in line for a quick inning. That's changed here. Rivera waits. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. Good battle here between Eddie Rivera and Alec Wilson.
Yeah, really good battle here. Rivera doing everything he can to stay alive and just fight his way on base to keep the inning going for the middle of this Gordonsville order. And Wilson kind of realizing that runner out there doesn't matter. You've got 2 outs. You're trying to get the guy at the plate.
Ole Bring here with another 3-2. Is it the fastball or the breaking ball? Here it comes, the 3-2. Fastball misses upstairs, and Eddie Rivera works the walk. And that error which extended the inning starting to loom large. Gordonsville threatening. Here comes Chris Matthews, the catcher. I have to take off the pads, the shin pads that he left on, just in case. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs. Brody Sykes looming on deck. Would love an opportunity. Brody Sykes is gigantic if you haven't seen him before.
Wonder what Gordonsville – I really wonder what they're feeding all these kids because really the first 4 or 5 hitters in the lineup, they're all just massive human beings.
3 batters batting over 400 for the Tigers as this one's fouled up into the air and out of play. The Tigers with a record of 9-7. They played a pretty good schedule, as has Upperman. Upperman at 11-8. Very deceiving record. All 8 losses come to teams either 1 4A team, 2 Division II teams in this state, and then every other loss came against out-of-state competition. They are undefeated against 3A and below competition. Gordonsville trying to change that here today. As Wilson delivers in, there's a fastball across, belt high, maybe above the belt. Chris Matthews certainly thinks so, but he's behind 0-2.
Yeah, and it would be huge for Gordonsville to strike early and strike first in this game. Again, put Upperman behind early, play from ahead.
0-2, breaking ball,
Ooh.
Close, no cigar throw behind the runner now, and it tips off the glove of Caden Shanks. Would have been an easy throw down to third. Instead, it's runners at the corners and a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and a tough play really all the way around there. That ball just kicks off of Caden Shanks' glove, and the pitch by Alec Wilson I thought was a really, really good 0-2 pitch that if you have to miss, it's one of the spots you want to miss in because there's not much that air can do with it, but it felt like that was a strike.
Matthews awaits as Wilson trying to get out of the inning. The 20th pitch. Runner takes off towards second. This one bounces in. It'll be an easy stolen base for Eddie Rivera. Gordonsville with runners at second and third. They love to run around the base paths for Coach Hughes, but it's a 2-2 count. Deuces wild. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Base now empty over at first base. Wilson kicks and deals. This one foul tip back, and Gordonsville putting up a great battle at the plate. Couple of really good ABs in a row from Eddie Rivera and Chris Matthews.
Yeah, outside of the aggressiveness on the base paths, I feel like one thing they've done really well is, like you said, they've just battled at the plate. None of these at-bats outside of the second out, which is a one-pitch AB, none of these at-bats have been quick. They've forced Wilson to throw pitches.
2-2, that one falls off the kitchen table, and for the second time in as many batters, we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. This is a big pitch coming here. Wilson back to work with another payoff pitch. This one turned on into left field, but it's an Adam ball right at Collier Bush, who makes the catch to retire the side. It took 22 pitches, but Alec Wilson, the Upperman defense, put up a 0 on the board. And we will turn our attention towards the sophomore Colton Bennett when we come back. He's on the mound for the Tigers. This is high school baseball, presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network. Welcome back. I give you 100 tries to guess the Upperman batting order today, and you wouldn't get it right. New look order for the Bees. They will bat 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is Evan Huddleston, jumping all the way up from 9 to 1. Every other game he's been 9th so far this year. He's batting leadoff today for the Bees. We'll tell you why in a moment. Justin Fallon back in the lineup. He's the designated hitter today, batting second. Batting third is the shortstop, Caden Shanks. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Chris Warsick. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Alec Wilson. Batting sixth is the second baseman, Juju Yano. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Carson Shoup. Batting eighth, the catcher, Rookie Allison. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Collier Bush. Their opponent on the mound, the big lefty southpaw sophomore, Colton Bennett. He's been very good this season. Pitched 5 strong innings against Livingston Academy. Got the win a few weeks ago, an 11-3 victory for Gordonsville. A couple of shutdown innings against Pickett County. And then pitched again a couple of weeks ago, another 5-inning affair. He faces Evan Huddleston to lead it off, I believe, for the first time. Actually, I know for the first time in his varsity high school career. Huddleston, though, in the last 5 games, his on-base percentage is well over 500. It's at 533, and that's why Coach Shanks has moved him up to the leadoff spot. The first pitch across at the knees for strike 1, and it's going to be not the most velocity in the world out of Colton Bennett, but location, 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 as he kicks and deals the 0-1. There's that fastball. Misses just a tick outside. 1-1.
Yeah, 24 strikeouts to 5 walks in 12 innings tells you that, hey, if you're at the plate, you've got to be prepared for it to be in the zone. He's going to be in the zone a lot today, so you've got to know what you're looking for when you get up there.
1-1. That slider across misses upstairs. 2-1. Good movement on that pitch. So new look top 3 is Huddleston has Justin Fallon behind him. That's a welcome sight if you're an Upperman fan, if you're just a fan, period. As he's back in the lineup, this one's fouled back 2-2 now to Huddleston. And then Caden Shanks drops down into the 3-hole for the Bees.
Drops down into a little bit more of a run producer role compared to being in that 2-hole. But certainly if you're an Upperman fan, like you said, no, you're thrilled to see Justin Fallon back in this lineup. Adds a lot more depth to the lineup when he's out there.
Here comes the 2-2 from Colton Bennett as he looks in. We'll tell you about the lineup for the Tigers in the field coming up. That slider, he went chasing at it and able to send it foul out of play. Catching the balls at strikes behind the dish is Chris Matthews. The first baseman is Eddie Rivera. Tristan Wood is over at second base. The third baseman is Sam Albritton. The shortstop, Jay Foster. And in left field is Tucker Smith. The right fielder is Maddox Randolph. And in center is James Peoples. Evan Huddleston awaits the 2-2 pitch coming home again here from Bennett. Swung on and missed on the fastball. 83 miles an hour on the gun. Revved up that one. And it is the first Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the game. And a good start for Colton Bennett. And here comes Justin Fallon. We got a little bit banged up pregame before Monday's game against DeKalb. It was hairy for a minute. Didn't know how long he was going to be out. He's back in today. They'll ramp him up from here. But one of the biggest bats in the Upper Cumberland and one of the biggest bats in the 3A classification returns to the box for the Bees. And that right-hand batter's box, first pitch misses outside here from Bennett. He's 7 pitches in, and the 1-0. There'll be a little of that effectively wild talk for Colton Bennett, trying to mix it up and change up the locations. 1-0 pitch coming here to Justin Fallon, who on the season, second on the team with a .389 average. That one comes inside and is called a strike as it clips that inside corner. He's got a couple of home runs this year. He's got 16 runs batted in. Only walked 3 times, so something's happening when Justin Fallon comes to the plate as that one dips in with a slider. They'll check down to first. He didn't go. It's 2-1.
Yeah, one thing that sticks out really about all of Bennett's pitches so far, and we saw it on the strikeout pitch to Huddleston, a lot of late movement on his stuff. It looked like the strikeout pitch to Evan Huddleston looked like it was going to be out there on the outside corner in the zone, and then it just darts down, closer to the ground, and he ends up missing it.
2-1, big hack at that one. Comes up empty-handed, 2-2. Bennett trying to work a quick top half, or bottom half rather, of the first inning in a scoreless game. He looks in, gets the sign, and Fallon awaits. This one misses low, and we run full for the first time for Bennett on the mound. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and now this is kind of to your point. You don't want to lose Fallon here because looming behind him is Caden Shanks, whereas in the past it had been Shanks at that leadoff spot this year with Fallon behind him. They flip around. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, set up into the air, angling into foul territory. Long way for Rivera to go, and it's going to drop in there in no man's land. Kind of that Bermuda Triangle where the second baseman couldn't get to it, first baseman couldn't, and right fielder couldn't as well. And we'll do it again.
Yeah, and regardless of your role there defensively, that's a lot of ground to have to cover to make any kind of play on that ball. Coming from first, coming from right field, no one really has an easy path to that ball, especially as much foul territory as there is here.
3 balls, 2 strikes here to Justin Fallon, who will wait. New baseball going out to Colton Bennett. This is a Gordonsville program. They got some size. They got the height out there. Bennett, another one of those tall players, well over 6 feet.
Looks like the football team's out here playing.
So a lot of them are on the football team. Here comes the 3-2 to Justin Fallon once again. Bennett delivers home. Slider misses inside. Ball 4, and Justin Fallon returns to the lineup and heads down to first base and sets the table for that man. Caden Shanks striding in, looking to get it rolling. Batting .356 on the year. That has taken a significant hit as he struggled here recently, batting just .188 over their last 5 games. An Upperman lineup that, all in all, has struggled over this last 5-game stretch. They have 3 wins in it, but none of them have been to that kind of dominant clip that we've become so accustomed to seeing out of this Bees team over the past few years. Fallon takes a healthy lead at first. He's got plenty of speed out there. And now we've got a lefty-lefty matchup. Shanks throws right, bats left, and there's going to be a throw over. Fallon's back in plenty of time.
Yeah, I think a lot of those offensive numbers, and it's been we've talked about it a lot, is that you attribute a lot of that to the schedule that Upperman has played. Upperman's played an absolute gauntlet that even 2 games against DeKalb, that's not really much of a drop-off compared to what they've played. I mean, you still had to fight hard to earn those 2 district victories.
The slider across misses, and that's one that Wes Shanks talked about yesterday in the Turf Masters Keys to the Game. Said, yeah, DeKalb's won 3 games. They expected to win those games more handily. They're trying to get it rolling. I think you see in the lineup that continued to change as that pitch misses low and outside, and there's a 2-0 count here to Caden Shanks. This is an Upperman team that they're not satisfied with competing. They're trying to win. They narrowly fell yesterday to a good Green Hill team, 5th-ranked team in 4A.
A game that was scheduled just yesterday morning, too.
Yep. The 2-0 coming home to Shanks. He sends this one way up into the air. Should be playable. Peoples ranging under it in center field. He's got to go a long way for it. He's not going to get there, and Fallon will pull into second. And the wind may have held that one up a little bit as well as it's blowing gently left to right. Just held it away from Peoples, and that's going to be a single for Caden Shanks as it drops in. And now the table is set for the impressive freshman, Chris Worsing, batting .400 on the campaign, and he's not struggling the last 5 games. .429 over the last 5 games for the freshman. He stands in here with lots of speed on the base paths. Fallon at second and Shanks at first.
Yeah, .429 average, that's impressive regardless of who it is. But, I mean, I think that at least from what I've seen, football and baseball are two of the hardest sports to go from middle school to high school to in terms of the change in competition, the change in how much more talented everyone is around you. For Chris Worthing to come in his first year and be this impressive this early on, it's exactly that. It's impressive.
First pitch was a slider across for strike one to Worthing. Now battling out there is Bennett. This one's ripped over. Second baseman was kind of ranging that way, and that's a good defensive alignment there for Coach Hughes. Is no problem for Tristan Wood to make the throw over. The runners do advance, and Alec Wilson trying to help his own cause here with two runners in scoring position and two outs in the bottom of the first. Fallon at third, Shanks at second, Alec Wilson at the plate. On the season batting .283, but just .182 over the last 5-game stretch. Dating back to the Baylor game. First pitch in, misses inside with a fastball, 1-0. Here to big Alec Wilson. Behind him is Juju Yano. Out there, Colton Bennett trying to battle in and do what Wilson did. Leave runners stranded. Two Tigers were left on the base paths in the top half. This one rolled over towards third. Al Britton bobbles it a little bit. Has time to make the throw, though, and does. And that will retire this side. Two runners stranded in scoring position for the Bees. Gordonsville will look to strike when we come back. This is high school baseball presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. We head to the second, scoreless, but there was lots of traffic on the base paths. Both teams left two runners stranded in the first inning, and Alec Wilson back to work on the mound. He threw 22 in the first. He looked to be out of it as he went ground out, and then there was a roll over to short. An error, though, extended the inning, and Gordonsville able to add 10 more pitches to his count from there. He'll be looking for a quick shutdown inning. Brody Sykes, Tristan Wood, and Maddox Randolph trying to change that narrative, though, immediately as it's 6-7-8 due up for the Tigers in this half.
Yeah, it certainly has the feeling of a game early on that the first team or the team that's able to come through with a scoring opportunity is going to be a team that can really take control early here because both teams had good opportunities there. Gordonsville with a little bit of a 2-out rally. They couldn't finish in the top of the first, and Upperman not able to get a hit there with 2 on scoring position and 2 out there in the bottom half.
First pitch fastball misses outside here to the gigantic Brody Sykes.
It feels almost like that's an understatement,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, he is a tall young man. Big swing and a miss on that one as he fires it by 1-1. Both these teams have district slates coming up on Monday and Tuesday in which they are heavy favorites as that one bounces in 2-1. Gordonsville has Red Bowling Springs on Monday and Tuesday. Upperman has Cumberland County on Monday and Tuesday. 2-1. Up coming here to Sykes. That one sent up into the air. It's in the field of play. Juju Yano ranging under it. Now calling him off is Worthing, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. We saw Yano almost chase one down that was probably 110 feet away from him in foul territory yesterday from that second base spot. He took off and nearly made one of the plays of the year on it, but it dropped in just outside of his reach. That time, Worthing calls him off. First pitch fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. The throwback from Allison got over Wilson's head. Tristan Wood at the plate. He's the second baseman. Maddox Randolph behind him as Gordonsville tries to put something together here in the top of the second. 0-1 fastball sent over into foul territory. 0-2.
And a good job working fast and hitting the strike zone here early for Alec Wilson. Exactly what you wanted to see after the prolonged first inning. A quick inning here would be much appreciated, I'm sure, by Wilson.
Here comes the 0-2 as Wood awaits. He went up at the high fastball, able to get it into the air. Worsing, though, again, those sunglasses coming in critical on a couple of fly balls. He's under it and makes the catch, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down for the second straight inning. Maddox Randolph, the right fielder, going to stride in and try to put some pressure on. Worsing has done a little bit of everything for this Upperman team. Third base, second base. He's pitched. He's been in left field and right field at times this year.
And is hitting over 400.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. His first pitch is across at the knees for a strike, 0-1.
And that's really hard to do when you're moving around from position to position because so much of your focus is being just good enough defensively there that sometimes your bat doesn't always catch up. So the fact that he's hit the way he has while playing as many positions as he has, as solidly as he has, again, really, really impressive this early in his career.
79-mile-per-hour fastballs across for Wilson. He's ahead 0-2. Kicks and deals that one home. Battle swing from Randolph, and will do it again as he fouls it away. 32 pitches here for Wilson. He's trying to get out of this inning here against the 8-hole hitter. The 0-2. High fastball. They'll peel down to first, and he did not go. The third check already here in this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll do it again.
If they can steal an extra strike somewhere, by gosh, they're going to do it. They're going to try to do it.
The 1-2. That one misses upstairs. The hat goes flying off the head of Wilson. 2-2. Deuces wild again with 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one, call, strike 3, fastball at the knees, and the first Birdie's Lounge strikeout for Alec Wilson of the day retires this side. A 1-2-3 inning there. Due up is 6, 7, 8 for the Bees when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Back to work goes Colton Bennett on the mound, trying to match the 1-2-3 inning put up by Alec Wilson in the Upperman defense. In that last half, it's going to be Juju Yano, Carson Shoup, and rookie Allison due up here for Upperman. Scoreless, beautiful day. Probably the best day we've had for high school baseball. Maybe the best day of 2024 so far. 70 degrees and not a cloud in the sky. No significant wind to speak of, just a light breeze, which makes it even nicer out there.
Very, very welcome sign compared to the last 2 weeks that we've had.
We're going to enjoy it. This is going to be the 1 week of perfect weather, and then it's going to turn into 7,000 degrees for the remainder of the year. You guys talk about that 1 or 2 magical weeks of perfect weather that we have. Well, it's here. Juju Yano standing in, the second baseman. 321 average on the year. He's trying to lead off this second inning. Lefty-righty matchup as Bennett goes back to work here through 20 pitches in the first. And the first pitch is swung on, rolled over towards second. Over to it in time, no problem. Flip a little bit high, but they do get him in time. Good job to slide by Tristan Wood. And it's quickly 1 pitch out.
Yeah, Wood, a really, really good play there. It looks like that ball was kind of tailing away from him a little bit. He was able to get to it fast enough for the first out. And for Bennett as well, again, dealing with that rally in the first inning, you want to try to have a quick inning here to keep your pitch count down so you can get deeper into this game.
Carson Shoup and rookie Allison both really looking to get it rolling. Shoup 1 for 12 in his last 12 plate appearances, and he watches a first pitch strike on the outside, 0-1 from Bennett. Here comes the 0-1 quickly in. It's that big looping slider that's sent foul, and he goes ahead of the count, 0-2. And this is the part of the order that Upperman definitely needs a spark from. It's part of that's made him so lethal, is that 1 through 9 being able to hit. It's not been the case here recently, as the 0-2 is sent foul out of play and will do it again.
Well, a couple good battle swings here from Shoop. I think a lot of it is, and it was kind of similar with Caden Shanks in the first inning. Sometimes you just need that one bloop hit, that one pop-up. You just need that one to drop to get you going. If you're Upperman, you hope that one for Caden Shanks in the first is it.
The 0-2, that one. Called strike 3, but it gets way away to this deep backstop, and Carson Shoop going to advance over. That just tipped off the glove, and he'll head over to first. It's a Birdie's Lounge strikeout, but on the pass ball, Carson Shoop heads over to first base, and rookie Allison has a runner on with 1 out. Rookie Allison in a big slump right now. 0 for his last 16 in these last 5 games. And they need, this has been one of the most clutch bats in the order the past 2 years. They need him to reemerge as he settles back in. So Shoop, after the strikeout, heads over to first base. That one misses outside to Allison, 1-0. Collier Bush on deck, then in the hole, the top of the order with Evan Huddleston. Long look in here from Bennett. Now Colton Bennett kicks and deals. That one is close, but no cigar. 2-0.
And this is the kind of approach you've got to have when you're in a slump. I think a lot of times young players, you end up pressing. You go through a slump like this where you go a few games without getting hit. You start pressing. You expand the zone. You swing at pitches you wouldn't normally. Good, patient start to this at-bat for rookie Allison.
Here comes the 2-0. This one swung on, fouled off the mask of Chris Matthews behind the plate. 2-1. Kyler Bush is on deck, and he's been red hot in the order. The pitch comm is on him, and the umpire wants him to take it off, but it's his pitch comm. I mean, I'm not sure what you want him to do with that. We've seen all year guys have the pitch comm. You're not going to take it out in between ABs.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Yeah, he doesn't have it in his ear. And the home plate umpires, Coach Shanks is not happy about it. I mean, it's going to take us significantly longer to get through this game if they require the pitchers to or the catchers to remove their pitch comm before they come up to bat. Because they got to weave it up under their jerseys, which are tucked in, obviously.
And the gear for catchers takes long enough as is.
Yeah,
as well.
This is not a thing that matters. So let's get back to playing here.
It doesn't hurt the other team or enhance your performance. There's no. This is stupid. I'll just say what it is.
It's a 2-1 count here, and Coach Riedel comes over and he's trying to tuck it in. Now, if it's jewelry, then okay. But if it's the pitch comm, then let's go.
All right, to play ball now.
I mean, okay. This press box is a mess.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it smelt like a mess as the 2-1 comes in. There's a slider, and Allison sends this one up into the air into left field. Tucker Smith ranges under it, and a long break for that out, and it'll be the second out of the inning. Collier Bush going to stand in here, swinging one of the best bats in the lineup, 333. This is his 4th start now of the year. He's made the most of it, made it tough to take him out. Batting 300 on the campaign as a whole. As the first pitch, this one is waved at and missed, and you probably like that break if you're Bennett on the mound, as it's just giving him a second to catch his breath, and now he's still working good. Remember, he got the strikeout against Shoop. Shoop headed over on the pass ball. Throw over. Shoop back in plenty of time. I'll bet you $1 billion he's not trying to steal second base.
No. Not with a lead that's about 2 feet off the bag.
It's a left-handed pitcher. He's looking right at him. He comes home here to Bush. This one waved at and missed again. 0-2. Quickly Colton Bennett goes ahead of the batter, Collier Bush.
And you talk about this part of the lineup looking for a spark. Collier Bush could be one of those kids that gives you that spark just because he's got that kind of game-changing speed that a ball in a gap that might be a single normally, he can turn it into a double.
Here comes the 0-2, that one. Misses. Oh, and outside, it's a good spot to miss. It's 1-2.
Yeah, because the most the hitter can do there is foul it off. I mean, you're not gonna do really any real damage there on a ball that's out of the zone right there. But it's also close enough that a wider zone you might get the call.
1-2, swung on and missed. A Birdie's Lounge strikeout, the third of the day through 2 innings for Colton Bennett. And we will head to the third, still scoreless here in Baxter. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Welcome back. Alec Wilson back on the mound here for the Upperman Bees in a scoreless game. Both these pitchers, there's been a little bit of traffic on the base paths, but they've both been good so far. Alec Wilson for the Bees, Colton Bennett for the Tigers, and here we go. 9-1-2 due up for Gordonsville as they're trying to become the first team that's not a 4A or Division II team to defeat the Upperman Bees this year. It's going to be James Peoples due up first, followed up by Jay Foster and Tucker Smith in this half. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for in this one, live on the main Facebook page and YouTube channel today. Great, perfect day for high school baseball. As Alec Wilson delivers in a first pitch, that one waved at and missed 78 miles an hour. Couldn't time it up, and it's 0-1.
Thought that was the big difference from the first to the second inning there, was working ahead of hitters, being more efficient with your pitches. Again, working ahead now 0-2 here. That's the difference, not having to go to a full count, not falling behind 2-1, 3-1, and having to work your way back. Wilson being a lot more aggressive now.
He's ahead 0-2. Quickly back in, and that is a dominant 3-pitch Birdie's Lounge strikeout. Second in a row for Alec Wilson as the lineup flips over. Jay Foster rounded out to third, back to open up the ball game. Stands in here for attempt number 2. Wilson. First pitch in, that curveball falls off the table, 1-0. So Foster's at the plate, Tucker Smith behind him as the lineup has flipped over. The 1-0, this one sent up into the air. More work for Chris Worsing. Looks up against the sunlight, and he finds it. It came right to him. Only had to take a couple of steps, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down here. And for Alec Wilson, after having to throw a bunch of pitches in that first inning, starting to get outs a lot quicker here.
Yeah, being a lot more efficient. He's in the zone, and when you're in the zone, especially a team that's aggressive like Gordonsville, and they put the ball in play, you're just trusting your defense, which thankfully over the last 2 innings for Upperman has been mainly Chris Worsing, who's been perfect out there in right field.
First pitch is across for strike 1 here to Tucker Smith. He grounded out right towards Wyatt Curtis at first base in his first appearance. 0-1. That one misses outside. 1-1. Wilson kicks and deals. This one's barreled up, and it's going to be the first base hit of the game for the Gordonsville Tigers. Tucker Smith doesn't try to do too much, just flares it out there, and it becomes a 2-out base runner again. Sam Albritton, who reached on an error and was left stranded 90 feet away at third base, will step in here trying to break this scoreless tie.
Yeah, and a good simple inside-out swing there by Smith as he just again, like you said, flares that one out into left center field, finds some grass, and thought about going for 2. As they've got a pickoff attempt over at first, he gets back in. It thought about going for 2 there. I think he wisely decided against it, realizing that, base runners and runs are at a premium right now. You don't want to run into an unnecessary out.
Foster's got a lot of speed there, but, of course, a great arm behind the dish in the form of rookie Allison. Good breaking ball across for a strike from Alec Wilson. He's ahead 0-1. That's been a really good pitch for him so far today. That curveball diving in. Wilson, 3 checks, now delivers that breaking ball again. This one sent way up into the air. Long way to go for Huddleston. Got a good jump to it, and Evan Huddleston makes the catch in center, and that will retire the side. Runner left stranded after 1 base hit for the Tigers. Upperman will take their chance with 1, 2, 3 due up when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. Wes Shanks has broke out the rule book. He's showing it to the umpires after we had that stoppage in the last inning over rookie Allison's pitch com in his ear while he's at the plate, or it gets behind his ear when he was at the plate. Back to work here on the mound is Colton Bennett. He's been really good through 2 innings. 33 pitches thrown. He's allowed 1 base hit, and he's left 3 Bs out there on the base paths. As we get back to action, it's 1, 2, 3. Evan Huddleston, Justin Fallon, Caden Shanks due up for the Bs in this half. Two combined base hits, 1 for each team, 1 error on Upperman defensively. Other than that, been a defensive battle so far. And could be a race to 1 with how we're working so far. Let's see some of the comments here. Sharon watching from Baxter, Upperman graduate cheering on the Bees. Diane watching from Missouri. Ricky Allison's family. Coach Allen, Derek Allen is watching as the first pitch of the inning coming here from Bennett. There's that slider. Misses outside, 1-0. I thought he was about to call that a strike for a second there, Rusty, but it's a ball missed outside.
The size of the zone so far today, it wouldn't have been a shock if he had called that a strike. But second time through the order here, you've seen Bennett now. Now you're trying to work the best ABs you can off of him, make him throw as many pitches as possible. So that way, at the very least, if you don't get on, you can take something back to the dugout and tell the hitters further in the lineup.
The first game leading off the varsity level in the high school career of Evan Huddleston. He's even up in the count at 1-1. That one misses low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Last night at Green Hill, we had an umpire we're pretty sure has done some sort of either NCAA or maybe minor league baseball work. We had a pro zone. It was fun to watch. It was real consistent. You tip your cap when that happens. I mean, that was a high-level baseball game we saw last night there at Green Hill. Here comes the 2-1. That one waved at and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Huddleston struck out swinging to open the game, trying to avoid that same fate again here. As here comes the 2-2 home. This one's flared out, angling towards foul territory, and it'll be too far to go, despite a good jump out there and right from Maddox Randolph, and we'll do it again at 2-2. We got all over the country. Chris Worsing's mom watching from California. Diane watching from New Mexico.
Fair enough.
Cheering on the
I don't
Bees.
think I've heard that one before.
All over the place. Welcome in. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us here. The 2-2 coming into Evan Huddleston again. This one rolled over towards third. It's fielded cleanly. Load up. Throw to first is high, and he got down on the bag just in time, and that's where having a tall first baseman in the form of Eddie Rivera really pays off as the throw from Al Britton gets Huddleston by a step.
Yeah, when you've got a massive target over there at first base to throw to, it makes your job as an infielder a little bit easier, as you're able to kind of put a little more air on that ball to get it over there, and he gets his foot down on the base at the very last second to get a speedy Evan Huddleston. A good first out for the Tigers.
Justin Fallon walked and was left stranded at third as he's back in the lineup today as the designated hitter. He'll return to center field at some point, but they're ramping him back in. As the first pitch slider, that's a good pitch. Across for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, it looked like Fallon might have been guessing something fastball there, and when there was some break, he ends up trying to pull his swing back, but it drops in the zone anyways.
Chris Worsing's grandma watching from California. I was wondering. Here comes the 0-1 in. That one misses outside. It was a good frame job by Matthews behind the dish, but it's 1-1. 41 pitches here through 2 1/3 innings. Not too bad for Colton Bennett. He's pitched 5 innings a couple of times this year. There's that breaking ball. Didn't quite fall off the table. Umpire says no. I think it ended maybe in the zone, but not across the plate as it's 2-1.
Yeah, you could see from up here, there's a lot of movement on that ball. So really good off-speed stuff from Bennett, who's been impressive early on. He's kept this lineup in check one time through.
Here comes the 2-1 into Fallon. That one bounces, and Fallon threatening to walk again for the second time as it's 3-1. Caden Shanks looming behind on deck. And this is I mentioned they defeated a good Livingston team with Bennett on the mound. They won 11-3 that game. Livingston then won the next game against them. Here comes the 3-1 to Justin Fallon after a long look in. That one misses upstairs. Ball for the second time. Fallon heads down to first. When I talked earlier, he'd only walked 3 times entering this game. Well, he's nearly matched that through 3 innings today. Caden Shanks going to stride in. He had singled and was left at second. Back in the first inning, he strides in here for attempt number 2. His little floated out into no man's land baseball that allowed him to reach first back in that first inning.
Well, I think this is for an offense that can be, you can say, is struggling right now. I feel like that's one thing that helps is being a little bit more patient, not pressing as much at the plate, because when you're pressing, you're more likely to swing at stuff that's not in the zone. A good AB by Justin Fallon there. See if that trickles on down to the lineup.
This one turned up by Caden Shanks in the deep right field. That is way back, and it is down, and it floats down. People's just now to it. Shanks is heading for third, and the all-time leader in triples at Upperman High School adds another one as an RBI triple makes it 1-0.
Yeah, forget being patient. Forget everything I just said. Not important anymore.
Caden Shanks sends that one down, and for most people, that's probably a double. Not for him. It was a triple the whole way on the year. That's number 6, and it is 1-0 Upperman. Chris Worsing trying to add on. He grounded out back in the first inning.
Well, and I think another part of that as well is knowing your home park, knowing like how much space there is out there. I think a lot of people, like you said, would just take a double out of that, but Caden Shanks has played enough games here to know that as much ground as the outfielders have to make up there just to get to that ball, you've got plenty of time to take an extra 90 feet.
It's not even a throw over to third on that one. Too much speed for the Lipscomb signee. Infield in at the corners here for Gordonsville as Worsing turns this one into the gap. That is crushed as it one-hops near the warning track, and Chris Worsing is heading for second. Here comes the throw, not in time, and RBI. South Willow Auto Clinic double for Chris Worsing, and the heart of the Upperman order breaking out here as it's 2-0.
Yeah, and just like that, it feels like the floodgates have started to open up a little bit as you've had back-to-back balls that have just been crushed by this Upperman lineup. Worsing looking for a first pitch there as Bennett tries to get ahead 0-1. A great job of just turning on that one, putting it in the gap. And again, another extra base hit. You've got a chance to keep the line moving with another runner in scoring position and the heart of the order due up. A big chance here for this lineup to really add on.
First pitch triple for Caden Shanks. First pitch double for Chris Worsing. Back-to-back extra base hits for the Bees as it's 2-0 here. And now Alec Wilson once again trying to help his cause. He grounded out to third back in the first inning. He's got Chris Worsing out there at second. Talked yesterday about how, despite the high average, hadn't been a ton of extra base hits. He's just hitting for singles. That's his 4th extra base hit of the year out of 23 hits for Chris Worsing. Here's Alec Wilson taking a healthy warm-up cut as he's about to stand in here after the trip to the mound to have a discussion with the sophomore Colton Bennett. The exit velo on that one from Chris Worsing would have been fun to watch.
It was smoked.
He's got a healthy lead over there at second. Nobody holding him for now. Wood tiptoes that way a little bit. And first pitch into Wilson, he was trying to make it 3 for 3 on back-to-back pitches. Instead, he fouls it back, and it's 0-1.
Well, I think the best thing about that swing from Worsing is I don't think he overswung either. It was a nice, smooth, easy swing. He just kind of sent that ball back where it came from, didn't try to do too much with it. He just happened to barrel it up and hit it for a double.
That's a big-time 3 stretch of Fallon, Shanks, and Worsing. That's as good as it's going to get through an order. As the 0-1 into Wilson bounces, and a good job to block it up behind the dish by Chris Matthews. But a walk for Fallon, and then a triple on RBI for Caden Shanks, and an RBI double for Chris Worsing has made it 2-0. Still a long way to go, though. Trying to limit the damage out there is Colton Bennett. Here comes the 1-1 into Wilson. That one misses inside with a fastball, 2-1.
Well, and your goal if you're Wilson here is if you're going to make an out, you want to make a productive out. You want to try to get this over to the right side, get Worsing over to third, where that way at least he's 90 feet closer, and a single guarantee scores. And even though with this speed, he's probably scoring from second anyways.
The 2-1 coming here. Infield in at third base again. This one's fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out. Juju Yano waiting on deck here for Upperman. Long look in here for Colton Bennett. He now has the sign. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on, got him in the dirt. Wilson takes off. The throw down allows Worsing to move over to third. So heads up base running there from the young freshman, but that's a big Birdie's Lounge strikeout. Number 4 of the day for Colton Bennett. And now he's trying to strand the runner at third and limit the damage to just 2 runs. Juju Yano strides in 0 for 1 with a ground out.
And these are the big situations for players that are in this part of the lineup and down is, 2 outs, a runner at third, and a close game against a really good team. Can you get that run in from third as kind of just an extra bit of, not necessarily insurance at this point in the game, but can you get that run in from third and make it a 3-0 game?
First pitch swinging for Juju Yano. This one is hit up into the air, but no problem for Peoples, who tracks it the whole way and makes the catch. James Peoples records the out. But the damage is done. Upperman brings 2 runs across in the frame to take a 2-0 lead. We'll head to the middle innings when we come back. Coverage presented by Nick's Restaurant and the South Willow Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Alec Wilson back to work here as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It is 2-0 Bees as the big 3 bats in the order came through. A walk for Justin Fallon, an RBI triple for Caden Shanks, and an RBI double for Chris Worsing. That made it 2-0 Bees, but now Eddie Rivera, Chris Matthews, and Brody Sykes will look to match it as they stand in here, now trailing for the first time today.
And if you're a team with championship aspirations like this Upperman team is, these are the big innings where you're looking for a shutdown inning now from Alec Wilson, who, if they're not having any support, he's got 2 runs of support now. First pitch just flared up. No problem for Caden Shanks as he ranges over to make the catch. And it's a quick 1 pitch out to open up this 4th inning. Chris Matthews flew out to left at Collier Bush. A well-hit ball, but it was right at Bush. Stands in here for attempt number 2. For Wilson, at just 48 pitches now, and probably about half of those came back in the first inning. It was over 20 in that inning. And Wilson went to pitch, but wasn't ready for it. It was Matthews as he just got into the batter's box. It was a good pitch. Would have been a strike. We'll do it again. Wilson right back to work. He threw the same pitch. This one's flared up. Caden Shanks has to range back, backpedaling, and he makes the catch. And it's 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's exactly what you're looking for. It seems like now Alec Wilson's kind of found that momentum. He's found that rhythm that works for him. He's starting to locate that fastball better. He's had that off speed all day, and now he's got 2 quick outs and a chance at a very fast shutdown inning.
Well, Brody Sykes take a pitch here. He will. Staves off a potential 3-pitch inning. It misses low, 1-0. Alec Wilson, he is turning and burning here. Right back to work. Comes the 1-0. That one's across for a strike, 1-1. I'm not even sure if they're calling pitches. If they are, it's real quick. Sykes is trying to slow him down. He stands out, now in. Wilson comes to work with a 1-1. That one sent foul back, 1-2. Wilson trying to close out a shutdown inning. Sykes looking to put something in play. Here comes the 1-2 quickly from Alec Wilson. Breaking ball swung on and missed. A Birdie's Lounge strikeout, and that is dominance out of the junior pitcher for Upperman. We'll head to the bottom half quickly. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. That was a 6-pitch inning for Alec Wilson. And now Colton Bennett will try to match it as Upperman leads 2-0. 7-8-9 due up. This has been the area of problems recently just in this part of the order for the Bees. They're looking to spark something and add on to some insurance now as we're rapidly moving through this game in the middle innings.
Well, and it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you're a young hitter and you're pressing because you feel like you've been struggling. But now, 2-0 lead, it's not saying you want to go up there and just swing freely, but now you can relax a little bit knowing you've got a lead. You're just looking to try to find some grass here, get on base, whatever it takes, flip back to the top of the lineup and see if you can build on it. So the pressure is, I don't want to say completely off of you, but there's not nearly as much pressure now as there would be in a scoreless game.
Carson Shute struck out swinging, but then advanced to first on a pass ball back in the second inning. He's got another attempt here against Bennett on the mound. He's only thrown 52 pitches. First pitch fouled back, 0-1.
And you can kind of see Upperman starting to see that. Bennett's in the zone early in the count. They're trying to take advantage of it and be aggressive. We saw that with the back-to-back first pitch swings from Worsing and Shanks last inning.
Here comes the 0-1 into Shoup. That one misses away. Goose pulling double duty today. He was here taking some pictures. Now he's heading over across the county to Cookeville as the Cavaliers welcome in Smyrna in a district matchup today. It kept getting pushed back because of all the weather that we had. So coverage from both games coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. That slider misses inside to Shoup. He's ahead in the count 2-1. Rookie Allison behind him, followed up by Collier Bush, due up here for Upperman. Here comes the 2-1. That one barreled up by Carson Shoup, and see if that's the one that sparks him. Hit it hard. People's just now to it, and it's a leadoff single for Carson Shoup.
And again, the key there, swinging free and easy, not trying to do too much, just sends that one right back up the middle. A good controlled swing by Shoup there. Now you've got a chance to start a rally here, see if Ricky Allison's able to break the schneid that he's on as well.
Pinch runner coming in. Braden Green going to come in and run for Carson Shoup here. A little more speed out there. And Rookie Allison looking to get it rolling. He flew out to left. For Rook right now, it's all about competitive ABs, getting that decisive full swing. And now standing in is Rookie Allison. Colton Bennett trying to work through a little bit of early trouble. First pitch, that one misses low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, I think the important thing here as well, at least from the Upperman perspective, is I don't think anybody's really worried about Rookie Allison. We've seen the last 2 years what he's done at the state tournament. He's come through in some big scenarios. Obviously, defensively, he's great. I don't know that anybody's worried about him. You're just hoping that bat starts to come along sooner rather than later.
He just showed bunt, which would be interesting. So 1-0 coming. And you're struggling sometimes just trying to put something in play. See what he does here, 1-0. Another throw over. Green back in plenty of time. Rivera holding him there at the bag.
Well, and this may sound crazy. I think one thing for Carson Shoup, I know the strikeout last at bat, obviously not the ideal inning, but you end up on base because of a hustle play there. Maybe that's just getting on base and not going back to the dugout to think about it could be an important part of this.
Rookie Allison has got a really good bunt down, and now the flip over is in time to beat him, but the sacrifice moves Green over into scoring position. And it'll bring up Collier Bush. That was a good bunt for Rookie Allison. Again, just trying to build a little momentum at the plate, but a good first out for Colton Bennett and the Tigers defense as they try to get out of here, keeping it at just 2-0. Collier Bush struck out swinging in his first appearance. He's got lots of speed. See if he tries to lay a bunt down potentially.
Yeah, that was a really good bunt by Rookie Allison. Good job by Bennett of tracking that one down. Just about ended up in no man's land between first, second, and the pitcher there, but maybe, again, that's the one that gets him going. It's a productive AB, and sometimes that's all you need is just to have that good AB where you go back to the dugout, sure, but you have at least a more positive feeling about it.
First pitch waved at and missed by Collier Bush. It's 0-1. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning today, Saturday afternoon in Baxter. The 0-1 to Bush. Fastball misses low and outside. He takes it for a ball. Singles wild, 1-1-1. 1-1 count with
That's
one
a new
out
one.
And a runner on first. I don't know. It doesn't flow as well as Deuce's wild.
Uno wild, maybe?
Sure. There's the 1-1. Waved at and missed, and that's been that spot. He's going to the outside corner, and Bush hasn't been able to touch it. He's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two for Collier Bush. Colton Bennett looking for a big second out here with a runner at second. He's the runner for Carson Shoup. Braden Green out there. 1-2. Swung on and missed. A Birdie's Lounge strikeout. Big one there for Colton Bennett. And the lineup flips over. Here comes Evan Huddleston, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out so far.
A good job there by Bennett of kind of using Bush's aggressiveness against him there. Throws a little bit of off speed that's lower in the zone. Gets the chase, gets the strikeout. A huge second out to keep Green stranded over there at second for now. 5
strikeouts today through 3 2/3 innings for Colton Bennett on the mound. The big lefty delivers into Huddleston. This one sent up and out of play, foul.
And it's really been just those 2 back-to-back first pitches for Bennett that have gotten hit hard. Outside of that, it feels like Bennett's really done a good job of playing and pitching to his strengths and playing his game today so far. He's been impressive through these first 3+ innings.
63 pitches for him. That'll be something to watch. What is the mindset of these 2 coaches in this game with the arms that they've got available? Knowing you've got a couple of district games coming up on Monday and Tuesday. The 0-1 coming here. This one for Huddleston, barreled up towards the gap in left center field. Green going to score, and it's an RBI single for the new leadoff man in the order. Evan Huddleston makes it 3-0 for the Bees.
And exactly the kind of AB you're looking for there. A big 2-out RBI hit. Gives you, again, a little bit of a bigger lead. Adds on a run to that lead. And you feel really good now knowing that you did all of that with the middle and bottom of your order, and now the big bats are coming up with 2 outs. You've got a chance for some 2-out magic here if you're Upperman.
Justin Fallon has walked twice and scored a run today. Stands in here with Evan Huddleston and plenty of speed over there at first base. 64 pitches now for Colton Bennett. He was almost able to get out of this inning. Evan Huddleston extends it there. First pitch into Fallon, and Huddleston with a little delayed steal, and he will pull in with a Domino's stolen base. Runner in the scoring position. It was a called strike into Fallon.
Tell you, first game of his career in that leadoff position. He's certainly stepped up for this team today. A couple stolen bases, now an RBI single out of that leadoff spot. A good game so far for Evan Huddleston.
Huddleston in center field. He made a catch as well. They've needed him and Collier Bush to step up. Losing a couple of outfielders, Bobby Ray Kilpatrick and Fallon, who's obviously backing at the plate. He'll return to center field at some point, no doubt about that. Huddleston could bump over somewhere else. comes the 0-1. That one misses outside. 1-1 to Fallon. Caden Shanks looming behind him, and then Chris Worsing behind him. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Upperman's lead is 3-0 here over Gordonsville. That went in. Good slider, but it misses. 2-1.
A little too much movement on that one there. If it breaks off a little bit less, that's dropping it in on the inside corner for a strike. But now heading the count, I wonder if we'll see Fallon be a little more aggressive here, as you certainly don't want to fall behind 3-1 if you're Bennett.
He's already worked 2 walks so far. Now a 2-1. Misses outside, and it is 3 balls and 1 strike. And with the ever-dangerous Caden Shanks looming, it's a big moment here, and a little frustration out there on the mound being shown by Colton Bennett as he's trying to get this one across the plate. And he's taking his time. You can see the frustration right now. It's evident. And Justin Fallon steps out as Colton Bennett returns to the rubber. 3-1 here. Hitters count to the Tennessee Tech commit. Announced this week. 3-1. Big swing and a miss on that one. 3-2. And he had his pick. He's going to stay home with Coach Braga. Great program there. Coach Braga, great man. And
does a great job recruiting the area.
Absolutely. Division I, the 3rd Division I commit on this team so far. Shanks, Curtis, and now Fallon. Here comes the 3-2 home. Payoff pitch, misses ball 4, and he's matched his season total in this game. 3 walks for Justin Fallon. He heads down to first.
Don't know if that was his goal coming into the game, but that's good that he's not been over anxious at the plate. He's been smart. He's worked the count. He's really by himself. He's driven Bennett's pitch count up a lot out of that 2-hole. So now got Caden Shanks up with a chance with 1 swing of the bat to do some real damage here and make a 3-0 game a lot wider.
Fallon takes his lead at first. Huddleston at second. Caden Shanks ripped an RBI triple in the 3rd inning. He scored a run. He's 2 for 2 today. 3rd appearance here against Bennett. This one put way up into the air in left field. It's dying in left, ranging up to it, and able to make the adjustment and make the catch is Tucker Smith. That is a big out recorded by the Tigers defense. Upperman adds 1 more, but they leave 2 stranded out there on the base paths. We'll head to the 5th and tell you about our friends at Nick's Restaurant when we come back. Coverage is presented by them and the South Willow Auto Clinic on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back, Alec Wilson. He's been really good today. His best start of the season so far. He's through 4 strong innings of 1-hit baseball. He's back out here, though, facing off against 7, 8, 9 at 53 pitches as Gordonsville tries to crack back into it, trailing 3-0. Wilson had a 6-pitch inning back in the 4th. This one is rolled over towards Shanks. Got to be a good throw. Did it get him? He did. The stretch by Wyatt Curtis gets Tristan Wood, who was barreling down the line. And 4 outs recorded on the last 7 pitches, 5 on the last 8 for Alec Wilson on the mound. It'll bring up Maddox Rudolph here.
And we've talked about how good Alec Wilson has been, but I believe we have a pinch hitter now, actually.
No, yes, it is a pinch hitter, number 18, checking in to hit here for the Tigers. As the first pitch, this one is sent way up into the air, and it's going to be for the second straight inning. 2 pitches and 2 outs as Evan Huddleston makes the grab. And now it's James Peoples' spot, and it is James Peoples striding in. Brooks Rackley is who was the pinch hitter there for the Tigers. And now 9 pitches, 6 outs for Alec Wilson. 10 pitches, 6 outs for Alec Wilson, I should say. And he quickly comes back in with another one. That's a cross for a strike.
Yeah, and what I was getting ready to say before the pinch hitter came up was we've talked a lot about how good Alec Wilson has been, and he's been really good these last couple of innings, but the defense has also made plays behind him. That's such an important part of this as well.
And he's ahead 0-2 immediately here. Throw it into overdrive. Alec Wilson, that one close but missed upstairs, 1-2. That can change how long you can go in a hurry when you're throwing this fast and this effectively. Peoples at the plate. Here comes the 1-2. Misses upstairs, now 2-2.
Yeah, if you're Peoples, you're almost hoping that you can just at the very least see a few more pitches and make him work a little bit. But Alec Wilson's just got all the momentum on the mound right now.
Here comes the 2-2 home. This one rolled over towards Caden Shanks. He ranges up to it. Throw over to first is in time. And Alec Wilson is absolutely dealing on the mound for Upperman. We will tell you about our friends at Nick's Restaurant when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. How about this stat? Last 15 pitches Alec Wilson has thrown, he's recorded 7 outs.
That'll play.
That'll certainly play as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning in a game that is zipping along here. It's 4-5-6 due up for the Bees. We are presented in part tonight by our friends at Nick's Restaurant. Nick's Restaurant been family owned and operated in the Upper Cumberland for over 50 years. One of the perks of a day game is you can make your dinner plans right now. And your dinner plans are you're going to go out to Nick's Restaurant. Whether it's you alone, whether it's you with your significant other, you with your family, you with your extended family, Nick's Restaurant, I made the decision for you. You don't have to ask, hey guys, where are we going to eat tonight? You're going to Nick's Restaurant. I decided for you. You are going tonight. Somebody's going to get the prime rib, and other people are going to get a salad. You're going to go, man, that prime looks good. And then you're all going to get ice cream pie to finish your meal. See, I did it for you. You don't have to do the song and dance of where we're going to eat. You're going to Nick's Restaurant, and you're going to thank me afterwards. Chris Worsing stands in. He ripped an RBI double back in the 4th inning. He stands in here, 1 for 2 on the day, and it's back to work for Colton Bennett on the mound, trying to do what Alec Wilson's done the last 2 innings.
Well, I think that's part of the frustration right now is Upperman's been really, really patient outside of the aggressive first pitch swings by Worsing and Shanks. But beyond that, they've done a good job of really forcing Bennett to throw them strikes and make pitches. I mean, Justin Fallon specifically has worked 3 walks and has seen at least 6 or 7 pitches each at bat that he's been up there. So I think that there's a little bit of frustration building on that side of the field.
The 0-1 misses low. Yeah, to your point, we've seen clear signs of frustration.
And understandably so.
On the mound. He's throwing well. He's only allowed 5 hits, 3 runs. He's keeping a good lineup in check as the 1-1 comes in. This one barreled up by Chris Worsing again, and he is just a base hit machine as a freshman here. He'll head down to first with the leadoff single. Alec Wilson 0 for 2 today, trying to get it rolling here.
Well, and so much of it is that's just a very simplified approach. You're trying to stay in the middle of the field. You're not trying to pull the ball with everything. You're not trying to overswing. It's a smooth swing by Worsing, and now you've got a chance at another rally with this part of the lineup. Part of the lineup's been really good today. This is a big AB here for Alec Wilson to try to join that hit parade.
Bottom of the 5th inning here. Runner at first. Upperman looking for some insurance here. First pitch misses A little bit low and in, 1-0. And now the pitch count got to be watched for Colton Bennett. He's gone 5 innings a couple of times this year. We're here in the 5th, and he's at 75 pitches. Lead for Worsing over at first after the leadoff single. Pitch in, that one misses low, and Wilson works ahead 2-0. Juju Yano waiting on deck with Carson Shoup behind him. (2-0) here to Alec Wilson. Bennett delivers in. There's a pitch that catches the outside corner. It's a called strike, 2-1.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing to not get lost in all this. I feel like Colton Bennett, like you said, has thrown the ball really well. He's been in the zone. He's not really – the problems haven't been his command. He's been good today.
Worsing takes off. It's a hit and run as this one's rolled over by Wilson. Only one throw to make. It's to first. So the hit and run works as it takes away what would have been a double play and instead makes it the first out of the inning. As the throw is over in time, Juju Yano 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out has Chris Worsing now in scoring position, representing a potential 4-0 Upperman lead.
And again, it's you want to get a hit there in Alec Wilson's spot, but at the very least, you made a productive out and you helped move Worsing up to second. You've got a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs and a chance to add on to this 3-0 lead.
By the way, I love these two uniform combinations
Absolutely.
These two teams have out there. The powder blue with the white pants for Gordonsville, the gold with the white for Upperman. Love it. Love the bright colors.
There's a lot of, when you look in Upper Cumberland across a lot of sports, there's a lot of powder blue combinations out there, and all of them look awesome. I'm myself am very partial to that color, but I love powder blue.
The 0-1 coming here to Julian Yano. That one misses up and out. 1-1. Both these teams have district series coming up on Monday and Tuesday. Gordonsville has Red Bowling Springs. Upperman has Cumberland County. They're in Crossville on Monday night and then back here on Tuesday. 1-1 upcoming here. The check back now. Pitch coming in from Bennett. That one misses, and now at 81 pitches, the command getting a little bit further out with those misses.
Well, and that sun, especially when your pitch gets tired, that sun starts beating down on you a little bit more. You start to tire out a little bit, and you're trying to compensate for maybe losing a few miles per hour on your fastball by overthrowing. So,
well, and now he's had to go out there quickly.
Yep.
With how fast Alec Wilson has dealt on the other side. That one misses outside, and Yano in a hitter's count at 3-1. Carson Shoup on deck. Chris Worsing is at second after the leadoff single. We have one out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Non-district matchup tonight, single-A Gordonsville, triple-A Upperman. 3-1, pitch in. That one fouled off, and we'll do it one more time with a full count. Good battle here, and that's one thing, I think that's what comes to mind when I think about this outing for Colton Bennett. He's battled through it. 6 Bs have been stranded on the base paths. He has given up the 3 runs on 5 hits, but now make it 6 after the one for Worsing. But he is battling out there. He's competing on the mound. Check back. Here comes the 3-2 to Juju Yano. That one set out, and it's going to be a base hit. Worsing takes off, and this is going to be extra bases for Juju Yano. Yano pulls into second, where he will retreat to, and it is a stand-up South Willow Auto Clinic RBI double. Julian Yano makes it 4-0 Upperman.
Yeah, and again, it's going to sound like a broken record, but again, that's just another occasion of Upperman not overswinging there. Just a little bit of an inside-out swing. That ball ends up tailing away from the center fielder into the gap. You end up with an extra base hit. You drive in a run, and you've kept that rally going. You're in scoring position now.
And now a trip to the mound coming here, and it may be time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Gordonsville Tigers. His coach is going to take the ball, and that will end the day for Colton Bennett. He competed today, and he heads off with 84 pitches. New pitcher when we come back for Gordonsville. Upperman leads 4-0 with a runner in scoring position.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car. brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Gordonsville Tigers. They give the ball to the big right-hander, Clinton Pope. And he'll slow down the velocity a little bit, be in the 70s with a fastball, working over that breaking ball in his warm-up pitches. He steps in with a runner at second after the RBI double for Juju Yano. 1 out, 7-hole hitter Carson Shoup, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single so far in this ball game. Set to come in for his third AB, and of course the first one against Pope, as it was an overall competitive day for Colton Bennett on the mound. He is responsible for the runner out there at second base. He allowed 4 runs, all of them earned on 7 hits, with 5 Birdies Lounge strikeouts.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those where there are absolutely some pitches that Colton Bennett would probably tell you, left that over the zone, probably could have thrown some of those pitches a little bit better. Real gutsy outing, though, battled, like you said, gave up the 4 runs and counting at this point, but far from a bad outing from the lefty.
Just 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, so overall solid day. Actually make it 3 walks. Justin Fallon worked all 3 of them, as that one. Check swing didn't go, 1-0.
It's a real tough angle for the field ump out there at second to have to make a call on a check swing.
It's one of those you rarely see them change.
Yeah.
Now, when you got the 3 umpire crews in the postseason, you can see it sometimes, but the home plate umpire has a good of a view on it. 1-0 coming here. Pope, as Yano bounces around out there, that big breaking ball doesn't fall off the table, and it's 2-0. Shoup at the plate, rookie Allison on deck. As Upperman tries to put together a big inning. They lead 4-0 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Pope again checks back. Now here comes the 2-0. There's that breaking ball again. 3-0, and you imagine Shoup going to take until he sees a strike.
Yeah, a little bit of a different arm angle here for Pope compared to Bennett. A little more over the top. He's throwing a little bit, not throwing as hard. So you're having to find that ball a little bit quicker. You're having to adjust to what he's throwing a little bit faster. But a good patient AB here by Shoup to start off.
There's a right-hander, of course, versus the left-hander. He delivers into 3-0, catches the top part of the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The Upperman bat ABs, the Upperman half innings have taken a lot longer than the Gordonsville ones have in this past couple of innings with how fast Alec Wilson has worked. That puts some extra pressure on Bennett. This one's flared up. It's into no man's land, and it's going to be down for a base hit for Carson Shoup. Wes Shanks has Yano take the turn, and now he will retreat back. Runners at the corners, and it's a 2-hit day for Carson Shoup, just what the doctor ordered for the third baseman for Upperman. Rookie Allison trying to get it rolling at a sacrifice bunt in the 4th, flew out in the 2nd to left, stands in here with his first appearance against Pope.
We've seen Caden Shanks break out of that little mini slump he was in. We've seen Carson Shoup now get 2 hits. Now a big opportunity for Rookie Allison. So on a little bit of that 0 for Schneid, I believe it's up to 0 for 17 now because you don't count the sacrifice bunt, obviously. But a big opportunity here now to, maybe put a charge into one and break this one open a little bit and get his bat going.
Allison stands in here. Slower velocity for Pope as he checks back over his shoulder. A few checks. Now a pitch coming in is that slider. He sends it back foul out of play, 0-1. 6 pitches in here for Clinton Pope. He allowed that single out in the no man's land in center field for Carson Shoup. Now facing rookie Allison. Behind him is Collier Bush, and then to the top of the order, looming in the hole with Evan Huddleston. Throw over. Shoup back in time. He didn't want to dive back in there. Took a couple of steps onto the bag.
Yeah, I'm not really sure Carson Shoup's looking to run here.
0-1 coming here. Pope, a couple of glances over, now comes in. This one's sent over. Long way to go for the shortstop, Foster. He stabs it down to throw over. Is not in time. Rookie Allison gets there. And that's going to be an RBI single for rookie Allison. He gets off the offer and gets an RBI. Shoup advances over to second. Allison's going to get a courtesy runner. Yano comes across to score. Upperman's lead is 5-0. They're threatening for more with Collier Bush. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, both swinging. But his first appearance against Pope here.
And a good job there by rookie Allison of just getting enough of the barrel to the ball there, putting it in the deep in the hole at shortstop and busting it down the line. Breaks that over, runs the lead up now to 5-0. And again, when you've gone a few games without a hit, that's probably one that feels good for rookie Allison.
RBI number 5 of the year for Allison, and now a trip to the mound here for Matthews to have a discussion with Pope. Everybody comes in the infield. And for Upperman, this is what they've been talking about. They've got 9 hits, now 5 runs. This is the kind of game that they want to run away with now. They don't want it to stay interesting at all. This is the thing that's kind of eluded them. They dominated Sparta in Game 2 of a doubleheader, but they're looking to open it up on somebody and make it a dominant win. Gordonsville has no intention of letting that happen, but we'll see what goes on here with Collier Bush standing in. I mentioned 0 for 2 today. Evan Huddleston and an RBI single in the last inning. He's waiting on deck. Pope glances to both bags. Rivera playing in, protecting a bunt, as is the third baseman. That pitch came across. Matthews was lined up in the other batter's box, and the pitch came right down Main Street for a strike. And 1 here to Bush. Pope. Again, Matthews goes into that other box. Bush shows bunt. Pitch comes in, misses way outside. They're trying to throw it out there. You can see how far Matthews is aligned. It's 1-1.
And now you've got the defense thinking bunt too, so not a bad idea. Even if you square around again, you've now at the very least got the defense thinking bunt. You've got the corners both in now. One of those where if you're Collier Bush, maybe you can turn on an inside pitch, maybe slap it right by him.
Well, that time third baseman crashed all the way in. I'm a little surprised Shoup didn't take off towards third with nobody covering that bag. Now protecting back. Here comes the 1-1. That one's in there on the inside part of the zone, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pope looking for a big punch out here. Get his first recorded out after giving up a couple of singles.
Well, and these are the at-bats, again. These are the big at-bats that you've got to come through in if you've got championship aspirations. Less than 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, you've got to try to get that runner in here.
Here comes the 1-2. That one got in and hit Bush in the back. Didn't come out clean, and now the bases are loaded for Evan Huddleston, trying to prove his coach right for the faith they showed him, put him up in this leadoff spot. Here he comes at an RBI single and a stolen base in the 4th, grounded out in the 3rd, and struck out in the 1st. Stands in here with a runner at every base and a 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bees trying to completely break it open.
Yeah, 1 through 9, Upperman's already all day really made Gordonsville earn every out they've gotten. Now that's exacerbated because instead of working in the bottom of the order, you've got the top of the lineup now, so you're gonna have to work through some really, really good hitters with the bases juiced right now.
You went to the thesaurus with that one.
Exacerbated? I love that word.
There's the pitch in. This one's flared out in the center field. Peoples is under it. He's there. Shoup is going to tag up. He's heading home, and he will score. An RBI sac fly for Evan Huddleston. 2nd RBI of the day, and Justin Fallon strides in with the runner at 1st and 2nd, and 2 outs now here. Fallon going to stand in. He's the designated hitter, and he has walked 3 times. First appearance against Pope. Comes here with runners at 1st and 2nd.
What would the line have been on Justin Fallon walking today? Maybe over under 0.5.
Yeah,
He's not one to walk a lot. And that's not a shot at Justin Fallon. He's just normally an aggressive hitter. He's been really patient today, and you like that evolution in his game.
That pitch dips across the zone for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, he walked a lot last year, but this year he's been all over these pitches. Mm-hmm. The average is great entering today, of course, at 389. A couple of home runs. He's got 3 doubles, 16 RBIs on the year. He wants to add a couple of more here. The 0-1 from Pope. That one misses outside. Trying to go back to that spot, but couldn't quite get it. 1-1 rather. Been a busy inning. Chris Worsing opened it up with a single back. Seems like forever ago. Had a pitching change. 3 runs across so far for the Bees. Here comes the 1-1 to Fallon. That one came across belt high. Called strike 2. Pope trying to get out of the inning. Give it back to the bats in now a 6-run ball game. Comes the 1-2 into Fallon. That one sent out, and this is towards the gap. Extra bases for Justin Fallon. Run will score with ease. He may think 3. Throw now coming in from right. It's going to be a stand-up RBI. South Willow Auto Clinic double and make it 2 RBIs as Bush comes all the way around to score as well, and the Bees have broken it open. It's 8-0, and now Caden Shanks with one swing of the bat could end it in the bottom of the 5th.
And we've spent all day saying it. The number one key in these situations has been Upperman not overswinging there. Justin Fallon, a good, smooth inside-out swing, gets that ball in the outer third, sends it out into the right center field gap, gets 2 more RBIs, aggressive base running, sending Collier Bush there from first with his speed to score an 8-0 game. And again, feels like it's been a lot more of a competitive game. The Bees finally, the floodgates starting to open up here in the 5th inning.
4th double of the season, 18 RBIs now in the campaign for Justin Fallon as he comes back in style. Walked 3 times and now ripped a double. And Caden Shanks stands in. He's 2 for 3 today, a single, an RBI triple, and a flyout. First time against Pope. That is a good pitch across for strike 1 at 0-1.
And I think that is the first pitch that Caden Shanks has neglected to swing at today.
I think you're right. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already on Facebook, YouTube as well. Share the stream as we're here in Baxter Live. The 0-1, everyone looking for the breaking ball, missed outside. 1-1. Worsing looming on deck as Upperman threatening to bat it around in this half inning. And to your point, it was scoreless through the first 2, then Upperman started chipping away. 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and now they've broken it open in the 5th with 5 across. Clinton Pope checks back, now the 1-1. That one ripped over, and that's going to be into right field. Fallon going to be sent home. The throw does not come in, and it's an RBI for Caden Shanks, his 2nd RBI of the day. And Upperman a run away from hitting the run rule all of a sudden. 6 across in this half. And that is RBI number 16 of the campaign for Caden Shanks. He's having another big-time day. Worsing going to stand in here. He opened up this frame with a single. He scored a run. He's in here for attempt number 2 in the first matchup with him against Clinton Pope. He's thrown 18 pitches, and Upperman starting to put the carousel out there. Single, hit by pitch. RBI sac fly. 2 RBI double. RBI single, and we continue on.
And I feel like the best way to describe this is kind of the offensive frustration over the last week and a half, 2 weeks for Upperman. Feels like it's all starting to come out today. It feels like they've taken it, they've channeled it into now a 6-run 5th inning. And again, like you said, 1 run away from the run rule, and a few innings ago, that seemed unimaginable that we would even think about that.
And Caden Shanks has a ton of speed. Anything into the outfield will be dangerous. As Pope, the 1-0, runner takes off. It's a pitch out. Throw down is a good one, but not in time. It's a domino stolen base for Caden Shanks. And the game-winning run stands at second base here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, and that was a great job of reading Pope's move there. A really, really good throw down, I thought, from Gordonsville, but the moment that Shanks got the jump he did, I didn't think there was really much of a shot they'd be able to throw him out.
1-1 coming here. Worsing put a big cut on that one. That's his biggest swing of the day. Comes up empty, 1-2. Pope trying to get the bats another chance. Now, the complexion has changed in a hurry. Upperman goes from leading by 3 to now up 9-0 in a matter of minutes. 1-2. He sends this one a long way into right field, ranging back, and that's going to do it as Worsing goes around into second. with an RBI South Willow Auto Clinic double. It's 10-0, and that is the run rule. Final score, Upperman 10, Gordonsville 0, and they're going to go out to the freshman on the walk-off and give him a little bit of a celebration out there. A humongous fifth inning, 7 across for the Bees as they get it done. We welcome you into the South Willow Auto Clinic post-game show. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Rusty, Upperman, you could feel it. Them starting to build that pressure in the middle innings. Alec Wilson really dominant on the mound the last few innings, and then they broke through with a 7 spot in the fifth to get to the run rule.
Yeah, and really just great at bats all day long. They did a great job of being patient beginning in that third and fourth inning. They worked the count against Bennett. They forced him to throw a lot of pitches, and ultimately, when they started making contact, they weren't missing. They were taking good controlled swings. They were barreling the ball up. There were a couple bloop hits here and there, but most of the pitches, most of the 12 hits that Upperman came away with today, most of them are balls that are barreled up and were just drilled into the outfield. So a really good dominant showing there by Upperman. And again, a few innings ago, didn't seem like we'd be talking about this game like that at all. Certainly was a game that felt a lot closer than 10-0, but the kind of offensive production you wanted to see if you're Upperman.
Yeah, it felt close for a couple of innings, and then once that third inning hit, it started to turn into a carousel out there for the Bees on the base paths, and that was the kind of performance they've been looking for to put a team away in convincing fashion. They did there. Upperman 10 runs on 12 hits, 1 error in the field. Gordonsville 0 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors in the field. Alec Wilson, a dominant performance. The winning pitcher goes 5 complete innings, allows 1 hit, 0 runs, 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. The loss on the mound goes to Colton Bennett, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Clinton Pope came in, pitched a third of an inning, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, no strikeouts, no walks. Offensively for Upperman in this ball game, Justin Fallon walked 3 times, and he went 1 for 1 with a couple of RBIs. Evan Huddleston, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Caden Shanks, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Fallon also scored 2 runs. And Chris Worson gets the walk-off, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs and 1 run scored. Juju Yano had an RBI, and rookie Allison did as well. As Upperman improves to 12-8 on the season with the win, Gordonsville falls to 9-8 with the loss. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Rusty, you got a few options today. Who's it going to today?
Good Lord. It feels criminal that I'm not going to give it to Chris Worsing or Caden Shanks. It feels really, really criminal that I'm not, because those two, especially producing runs, helping break this game open, those two are great. But, I mean, none of that is possible if Alec Wilson doesn't have the performance on the mound that he has. None of that's possible if he doesn't find his rhythm, he doesn't start working quickly through the order, he doesn't trust his defense and throw strikes. So Alec Wilson was great today. Needed to see a start like that. It's just one of those where you realize this Upperman staff, just when you think they're already a really deep staff, they somehow get even deeper when a guy like him can throw up 5 innings of 1-hit ball and shut out a really good Gordonsville team. So I'm going to go with Alec Wilson today.
Alec Wilson, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Gordonsville, they'll have a district series with Red Bowling Springs on Monday and Tuesday. Upperman travels to Cumberland County to open up their slate with the Jets. And then back here in the Hive on Tuesday night, 5:30 p.m., first pitches for both of those games. We will be there with the action on Monday night from Crossville as the Bees take on the Jets. Once again, a huge 5th inning breaks it open for the Bees as they run rule Gordonsville today, 10-0. Enjoy this beautiful Saturday afternoon. As we say so long for now, we'll remind you to keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for the latest coverage of high school sports, including photos from this game, a story, and photos and a story from Cookville's matchup with Smyrna that is underway right now, just about 25 minutes away from here or so. Final score today, Upperman 10, Gordonsville 0 in 5 innings. I'm Noah McKay for Rusty Ellis and everybody at UCR.